On SNG Daily, we'll tell you about Australia's new parliamentary inquiry into social media platforms. But first, news from Israel.
אמרתי כבר שאם צריך נילחם בציפורניים.
Joe Biden's comments that the US would withdraw supply of weapons to Israel if it goes ahead with its assault on Rafah was met with defiance from Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. In an apparent snub to the United States, he said, Israel will fight with their fingernails if necessary.
אנחנו נחושים ואנחנו מאוחדים כדי להביס את אויבינו, את מבקשי נפשנו. אם נצטרך לעמוד לבד, נעמוד לבד. אמרתי כבר שאם צריך נילחם בציפורניים, אבל יש לנו הרבה יותר מאשר ציפורניים. ובאותן תעצומות נפש, בעזרת השם, יחד ננצח.
Israel's chief military spokesperson has said the army has enough ammunition for its Rafah operation. Ceasefire talks taking place in Cairo ended with no deal. Close to 35,000 Palestinians have died since Israel started its strikes on the Gaza Strip after the October 7 attacks. Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro Guerra, son of President Nicolas Maduro, said that his country is willing to settle its debt to China, which according to an independent source amounts to approximately $10 billion. Maduro Guerra emphasized the robust and enduring nature of Venezuela's relationship with China, asserting that Chinese companies are eager to invest in the South American nation. China plays a significant role in Venezuela's oil and gas industry and stands as the country's largest creditor. In 2007, under the leadership of then-President Hugo Chavez, Venezuela and China forged a $50 billion agreement involving credit lines and loans for oil deals. Venezuela will see elections in July this year, when Nicolas Maduro is set to seek another term. The US has imposed sanctions on Venezuela's oil industry. Washington gave its companies 45 days to close all transactions with Venezuela's oil and gas industry. In response, Maduro Guerra told Reuters, if the US doesn't want their oil, Caracas will find newer markets.
Nosotros dependíamos de venderle petróleo a los Estados Unidos. Y aquí está el petróleo, yo le digo a los Estados Unidos, aquí está, y está cerca además, a un día en barco. Pero si no nos quieren comprar, lo vendemos en otro lado.
This horse was stuck on the rooftop for at least 24 hours before firefighters figured a way to safely rescue it. Surrounded by flooded waters in Brazil's state of Rio Grande do Sul, initially rescuers planned to use a helicopter to airlift the horse. Eventually, it was decided to tranquilize the animal and use a boat for rescue. The death toll has climbed to over 100 after devastating heavy rains inundated Brazil's southernmost state. At least 136 people are still missing. More than 165,000 have been displaced from flooded homes and rescued by boats or choppers. Roads, infrastructure, bridges have been severely hit, cutting off access to Porto Alegre. Many residents are taking shelter in makeshift centers like these.
Foi dia mais difícil da vida da gente. A gente vendo a água subir, não poder fazer pedindo socorro. As pessoas socorressem, passava só de barco cheio.
A month after the US vetoed a bid in the Security Council of Palestine seeking membership to the UN, Palestinians are renewing their bid for full membership of the UN. The United Nations General Assembly is set to back the bid when it comes up on Friday. An application to become a full UN member first needs to clear the 15-member UN Security Council and then the General Assembly. Palestinians are currently a non-member observer state. The General Assembly lacks the authority to grant full UN membership. The draft resolution that is expected to come up for a vote on Friday will give Palestinians certain rights and privileges from September 2024, such as a seat among UN members in the Assembly Hall, but they will not have any voting rights. A parliamentary inquiry in Australia will look into the negative effects of social media platforms that have a wide reach but without too much oversight. The government has condemned social media platforms for their slow response in removing violent posts and is advocating for increased supervision of content on Meta's Facebook, ByteDance's TikTok, and Elon Musk's X platform. The Labour government, led by Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, is currently caught in a legal battle with Musk's X over a regulatory directive to remove videos depicting the stabbing attack on an Assyrian church bishop in Sydney last month. For more such videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the like button and follow for more news updates.